3 records created by Carlos Alcaraz with his 2026 Australian Open triumph. Carlos Alcaraz overtook his legendary compatriot Rafael Nadal in a couple of statistics. Carlos Alcaraz entered the 2026 Australian Open as the world number 1 and was one of the top favorites to win the first Grand Slam of the year. Before stepping into the Australian swing, the 22-year-old was already successful at the other 3 slams. However, he was unlucky in Melbourne in his earlier attempts, failing to reach the semifinals of the tournament even once. Nevertheless, the Spaniard finally made the cut and won the Australian Open title over the likes of 2-time defending champion Jannik Sinner and a returning Novak Djokovic. Thus, without any further ado, let's take a look at the top 3 records Alcaraz set at the 2026 Australian Open. Records. Carlos Alcaraz set at Australian Open 2026-3. Became only second Spanish player to win Australian Open. With his triumph at the 2026 Australian Open, Alcaraz has become only the second Spanish player to win the coveted championship. Before the 22-year-old, only Rafael Nadal had excelled in Melbourne for the European country. His 2 titles in the championships came in 2009, when he stunned Roger Federer, and in 2022, when he recorded a breathtaking comeback victory over Daniil Medvedev. Now, the 22-year-old has joined the King of Clay in the history books by winning the title. 2. Became player with the joint most wins in Grand Slams before turning 23. After winning the 2026 Australian Open, Alcaraz has become the player with the joint most wins in the Grand Slam before turning 23. Earlier, the record was held by German tennis icon Boris Becker, who won 91 matches. With 7 consecutive wins, Alcaraz also has 91 wins at the Grand Slam level. After the 7-time major champion, Rafael Nadal is third in the list with 90 wins, followed by Bjorn Borg, who recorded 88 victories before turning 23.1. Became youngest male player to complete a career Grand Slam. Alcaraz had the golden opportunity to become the youngest male player to complete a career Grand Slam at the 2026 Australian Open, and he has accomplished it. Before arriving in Melbourne in 2026, the 22-year-old had won the French Open, Wimbledon Championships, and US Open twice each. With his recent triumph, Alcaraz has broken the record created by his compatriot, Nadal, who completed the career Grand Slam at the age of 24.